let's wrap up. Vernon, if you don't mind coming up here and closing us out.
All right, I'm going to make this fast because, like already was said, I had a lot of stuff to say, but it's already been said, and we can repeat ourselves over and over and over again. But the one thing that we all have to take home from here is that the ball is in our court. The ball is in our court, and we have voted in these people to represent our voice. That's not where it stops. We have to go out and we have to reach out to our communities, and we have to be the legwork that goes out to all the districts. We need as many people from as many districts in this state as we can to call their representatives and to call their senators and to reach out and do this, okay? It's gonna take the legwork. She has flyers back here. That's a great way to get the word out. Go put them on windshields. How many times you come out from the grocery store and you got a Jesus flyer on your windshield? I mean, it's a very good way to get the word out and to get people on your side. You know, and on that note, I see a lot of religious connotation. You know, we got the Lord God, Lord of hosts. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And I'm just going to say, you know, if we're gonna use that as the mantra of our capital, then why aren't we living by what those words mean? How about Genesis 1:26 to be just easy? I've given you every herb that bears seed for your use. What does that mean? Who are they to rob us from our God-given rights to use a plant that was put here for us as medication? Natural medication, okay? Not something that's gonna put us in an addiction counseling session, okay? But this is where we're at right now, and I'm looking out here and I'm just amazed. I'm blown away at all the people that have come here to support medical cannabis because, you know, we have been deemed as the outside remnant of society, and we are a remnant, but you know, as a remnant, that's what is here. A remnant is a small group representing a bigger cause. Okay, and now I'm going to stick with the Bible because I know it, and I just know that, you know, we are a remnant right here, and we have a cause, and we have a plan, we have a goal. Okay, now, a lot of you guys know, you know, in Sunday school you learned about David, King David, okay? Well, he was ousted from his land, and he was told he was supposed to be king of that land. So he went around and he gathered up all the remnants, all the groups of people that were out there that were vagabonds and rejects of society, and he brought them together and he went back and took over his kingdom, okay? But it took everyone working together. It took everyone coming together and as one united voice for cannabis, and that's what it's or for his cause. Everything's about cannabis to me, but you know, so that's what we have to do. We have to come together. You have to go out into your communities. You have to stop being ashamed of the gospel of Mary Jane. You have to stop being ashamed that you use cannabis. You have to let people know. Wear your t-shirts. Let everybody know I'm a cannabis clown, and I got a word for Tom Robbins too. Okay? If I spit on your kid, or I spit on one of your friends, and then I went to you and said I'm sorry, what does that mean? Okay? No, you need to come talk to the people. That's who you called a clown. You come talk to the people, and you give us an apology. I don't take secondhand apologies, okay? So you come here. That's where I'm at on that, and I appreciate and I respect, you know, Representative Hicks and his ability to forgive, and we all have the ability to forgive, but we also have the obligation to hold these people accountable for their words, okay? And that's what we need to do there, okay? But right now, we have to get out to our community. We have a goal here. If this doesn't happen this year, then we've missed an opportunity, okay? So we have to rally and get this moving, okay? So, you know, a lot of you guys know me. Some of you follow me on Facebook. I'm happen to, you know, have a show called Top Shelf, and we're all about cannabis, okay? And we're trying to break the stigma. We're trying to make it normal. We're trying to let people know that we're not a bunch of pothead stoners that sit around unmotivated with no life direction. I ran a high-end remodeling company for years. I worked on many of their homes, okay? And I was stoned the whole time I did it, okay? And they loved my work. And I showed up every day, okay? My story, I'm not going to go deep into it, but when I got out of the military, and it wasn't all because of the military, I had a rough upbringing, but the military in the early 90s kind of screwed my head up a little bit. I went to my doctor. He gave me meds. Not long after that, for the first time in my life on these meds, I decided life wasn't worth living. I was going to blow my brains out. Thank God, or whoever intervened, I didn't. And I threw all those meds away and now I'll just say that I got on the meds because I was made to feel dirty for using cannabis. So I did what was right, and I went and got a doctor and got on meds. Those meds almost caused me to kill myself, straight out. Quit them, went back to using cannabis, and for the next 30 plus years, I've been an active, productive member of society. Okay, also, one thing that we have to make clear, these guys who've served time, you know, there are a lot more people out there that are serving time, facing time, sitting in court right now wondering if their lives are going to be jerked away from them for unjust laws. The statue out on the front, the man's quoted, if a law is unjust, you're not only right to disobey it, but obligated, okay? Cannabis prohibition is unjust. We not only are right to disobey it, but we are obligated to disobey it. When we do that, I've had the KBI when I lived in Kansas. I've had the KBI come knocking on my door, okay? That was a fiasco. Not gonna go into it. It was not pretty, okay? But at 3 o'clock in the morning is when they conduct their drug raids in Lawrence, Kansas. And I still wake up every morning at 3 o'clock because I lived in fear for years of what was going on in my basement so that I could provide meds for myself and didn't have to buy them on the black market and didn't have to take crap that was sprayed with who knows what, pesticides, herbicides, all kinds of fungicides, whatever they're spraying on them, you know, to make sure they get their crop out and minimize their loss. They don't care on the black market. They're just getting that crap on the street so you can buy it. I heard them the other day when we were out here talking about how if this bill passes, it's going to promote the black market. I've never heard a bigger line of crap in my life, okay? They're spin doctors, they've spun it. It's the exact opposite. We have to go and talk to our representatives and senators and let them know and give them an educated response to that, okay? And so I'm not really all about fighting against something. I would rather fight for something, and I think that the other will work itself out. So I'm not gonna bash anybody. I'm not gonna bash the initiatives. I'm not gonna do any of that. What I'm gonna do is say that we need to get up and we need to let our voices be heard. We need to do everything we can to end prohibition for cannabis. They'll let you go out and get drunk. I'm trying not to cuss, okay? So we actually have a game on my show. And every time I drop the F-bomb, you have to do a dab. And we get really baked. So I'm really trying not to cuss. But the one thing that we have to understand that this is up to us, okay? We have to let our voices be heard, okay? And, you know, I would really like to let everybody hear our voices right now with Be Wise, Legalize. Come on, Stuart, start it. Be wise, legalize. Be wise, legalize. Lift your voices, come on, man. Are you ashamed of the gospel of Mary Jane? Are you out to fight for people like this not to go back to jail? Who's really here and who's only here for their own personal interest? Come on, be wise, legalize. Woo! We're going to do this, Missouri. Get out there, get it done. Peace out.